if you have been looking for that small business idea that you can start today to make some extra money and become rich, in today's video, I'm going to give you 5 small businesses that can make you rich today. Welcome to Financial Creatives. My name is Alex Mwangi, and if you're new to this channel and you want to learn more about money and how you can increase your income, consider subscribing and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can receive a notification every time I publish a video. So let's get started. I have categorized these 5 businesses in terms of profitability, scalability, and ease of starting them up. That means these are businesses that has been proven to work out in our country and they are profitable enough to make you rich. Another interesting thing about these businesses is that they can be scaled up. So what you do, if you succeed in one unit, you can create other 10 or more units to make you more money. The other thing about these businesses is that they are easy to start up. Just to warn you, this will be a detailed video because I want to dissect these businesses and give you all the concepts or considerations that you need to put in place so that you can start these businesses successfully. This will include things like what is the capital requirement of these businesses? What other factors surrounding this business do you need to consider? And what are the equipments that you need for these businesses? So I'll be referring to my computer here so that I can be able to give you the accurate or tangible figures regarding these businesses. So let's get to our number 1 small business that can make you rich. Number 1 in our list is an event and party organizing business. This is a type of a business that you can start if you intend to help other people or organizations to organize or plan their events successfully. Now, in this business, you can niche down into markets. The first market can be private market, whereby you can be involved in helping individuals organize their events. These events will include things like their weddings, birthday parties, homecoming events, and other events that are personal in nature. The next market that you can target with this business is the corporate market. This whereby you help organizations plan for their events successfully. These events will include things like end-year party, if they are doing a luncheon, or if there is a gala party or other events that you can think of. Now that you have an idea of what you want to do, it's time to register your business. Registering your business will cost you around 5,000 to 20,000 based on what type of a business are you registering. Another thing that you want to do is to get that trade license. This will vary depending on the region or location, the county you are in, and can cost you 3 to 15,000 accordingly. Now, before you start, there are some skills that you need to have before you can successfully be an event and party organizer. The first one is you need to have time management skill. This business is actually time reliant. You need to organize and plan for events without being late. You need to meet these tight deadlines, and if you have this skill, you'll be able to make your clients happy. Another thing that you need to have is people skills. Be in a position to be able to relate with different type of people so that you can have easy time when running this business. The next skill that you need to have is negotiation skill. This is actually important for most businesses because you need to have that knowledge on negotiating your packages so that you can make your premium or profit accordingly. Now, another skill that you need to have is multitasking skill. Remember, you'll be dealing with a lot of variables, and you need to have a mechanism on how you can multitask and bring things to successful conclusion. Something else that you need to consider in this business is your network of suppliers. Remember, in this business, there will be a lot of different variables that you need to connect in order to make an event or a party successful. So you need to have your own photographers, you need to have your caterers, and people who can provide tents and even chairs for your events. This will actually make your life very easy. Last but not least, in this business, there are a few supplies or tools of work that you will need to run this business. This will include things like you need your personal computer. You can also buy some few office supplies that can keep your office running. And another thing that you can consider is renting a room somewhere, a place where you can meet up with your clients. But actually, this is not necessary. You can start this business right at your home, and as you progress, scale it up and lease or rent a room where you can be meeting your clients. So what about scalability of this business? This is actually a scalable business, but this will depend on the number of jobs that you are closing per month. If you scale up and you are successful, with time, you can hire more personnel to help you manage these events, and all you'll be doing is to oversee your system day by day. The next business in our list is starting a car wash. Now, research has it that we have over 2.5 million cars in our roads. You can imagine this type of business. Actually, a car wash business is one of the most thriving businesses that we have around, and you can't go for 1 kilometer in a very busy area without seeing one or two car wash businesses. How can you participate in this business? Let's get to it. The first thing that you need to identify is what type of services will you be offering in your car wash. Now, there are different services that you can cater if you start a car wash. That can include, you can do body washing, interior cleaning, you can also do engine wash. There is something called bathing, things like carpet washing, which can be a side. Another thing that you can do is waxing, dusting, and also bathing. Those are the services that you can offer in your car wash. Once you have identified the type of service that you'll be offering to your clients, it's time to consider other factors. The first factor you need to consider is the location of your business. Actually, car washes are usually located in very busy environments. This can include places like a busy shopping center, a nyama choma zones or bar grills. Another place you can consider is along a busy highway or road. Now, once you get your location right, here's another thing that you need to do. Now go ahead and identify the owner of that space and lease that land. You just need a small space that you can start your car wash. This will cost you around 15,000 to 20,000 depending on the space. Now that you have leased the land, the next thing that you need to do is to rehabilitate that land. This is where the building of the structure and the drainage system comes in. So you'll need around 30,000 to 50,000, but the cost of this will depend on the type of structures that you are going to construct. Once you rehabilitate your land, you need to register your business. As I had indicated in the earlier business, you need 5,000 to 20,000 to register your business and acquire the necessary business permit. And if your intention is to begin a big car wash, you need to liaise with NEMA so that they can give you the clearance. Now we have all that sorted out. Which equipments do we need to start our car wash business? The first important equipment that you really need in order to get your car wash running is a pressure washing machine. This will cost you around 20,000 to 50,000, but that one will depend on the capacity of that pressure washer and the quality that you'll go for. The next thing that you need to consider is a vacuum cleaner. You need, this is actually important for interior cleaning of vehicles, and you need one. It will cost you around 10,000 to 20,000. The next thing that you need to consider is having a water tank. A water tank, you can go for 1,000 to 10,000 liter water tank. It will come in handy, especially if that area, the water supply is not constant. Go ahead and buy other equipment that are used for car wash, things like buckets. You need aprons, you need brushes, and other equipment that you might need. Now, what about the scalability of this business? A car wash business is highly scalable. If you succeed in one car wash, you can start other 10 or 20 car wash. If you are charging 200 per car and you have 50 cars in a day, you'll take home 10,000 Kenya shillings. Now imagine you have 10 car washes that are giving you 10,000 every day. That's 100 Kenya shillings every day. And that's how you get rich. The third business that you need to consider if you want to be rich is a money lending business. Yes, you got it right. You want to operate like the banks do. Now imagine this. Money lenders are making from 18 to 500% in interest rates for the money borrowed. This is quite profitable, and all you need is to scale up your business based on the capital that you have. Now, there are various different models that exist in this business. As we can see, there are different online platforms or digital lenders that are available. Lenders like Safaricom, M-Shwari, there is KCB, M-Pesa loan. You get Tala, there is Branch, there is Okash, Stawika, Zidisha, Timiza from Barclays, CBA Loop, iPesa loan app, and many more. There are over 60 digital lenders in this country, and you can also participate in this market because money is never enough and people will always need money. Now, another thing that you need to consider here is what type of the market are you going to cater for? There are two types of markets in this case. One is you can offer loans to small business people, and the next market is offering personal loans to individuals. Now, once you get what market that you want to start your business in, now go ahead and look for that capital. You need actually around 500,000 Kenya shillings if you want to start up a good lending business. Now this one can scale up to 1 billion to 10 billion. Before we wrap up on this business, you need to register your business and take the necessary businesses licenses, and also don't forget to register or to get a license from the Central Bank of Kenya or your central bank in the country that you are in. The fourth business in our list is starting a saloon business. Now you have two options here. You can either buy an existing saloon or you set up your new saloon. How much will it cost you to start a saloon business? Now, a standard and modest saloon, but depending on the location that you will start your saloon, can range from 300,000 to even 1 million Kenya shillings. But don't panic, you can always start your saloon small. And with 50,000 Kenya shillings, you can set up the necessary equipment and start up your business. Now, there are different considerations that you need to put in place before you can run a successful saloon. Let's get to this. The first consideration is the location. You need to set up your saloon business in an area with high foot traffic. This will give your business the visibility it deserves, and you'll also get more customers compared to other places. But be prepared to pay more rent, because the better the location, the higher the rentals, and you might also be prepared to pay a goodwill for that premises. The next thing that we need to consider is the equipment, having the right equipment for your saloon business. What do you need? The first equipment that you need is a sink seat. This will cost you around 12,000, but you can get it locally made for around 8,000 to 10,000. The next thing that you need is a hair dryer. This will range from 12,000 to 30,000. You also need a blow dryer. This will cost you between 2,000 to 15,000. You'll also need a sterilizer to manage the germs and keep your saloon healthy. And you also need a manicure and pedicure sets or mini spas that will cost you 500 to 1,500 shillings, and other miscellaneous items like towels, shower caps, combs, grocer aprons, shampoos, conditioners, and also facial creams. After you have bought your equipment or you have budgeted your equipment, budget for the trade license and a business permit for your business. Now there are other certificates that you need to consider, like a health certificate, which you can actually get it from your private hospital or the nearest public hospital. It will cost you 3,000 to 5,000. You also need to consider getting a Music Copyright Society of Kenya license. That is, if you'll be entertaining your customer through TV or other musical entertainment. What about the scalability of your saloon business? Now, this is a highly scalable business, and once you succeed in one unit, you can start other saloon businesses in different locations and make that money. The fifth business in our list is starting a small bakery business. Now just imagine 8% of Kenyans cannot go for 2 days without a baked product. Now this is an exemptional market that you can tap into. Actually, a small bakery will make you from 2,000 to 10,000 depending on the size and location of your business. Now there are different considerations that you need to put in place before starting your business. Here are a few of them. First thing you need to do is register your business. This will cost you around 5,000 to 20,000. The next thing that you need to do is acquire the necessary licenses. Now these licenses will be different from other licenses that we have seen above, because you'll need 4 of them. There is a single business permit. The second one is food hygiene license. The third one is food hardware certificate, and you also need a fire certificate. Another thing that you need to consider is the location of your bakery. This is one critical factor, because you need to locate your business in a high foot traffic area. This will be in a busy shopping center or next to a bus stop or somewhere you'll get a lot of people walking in and buying your products. Another thing that you need to consider is the premises. This will cost you around 10,000, but it's all dependent on the location of the business. You might also be required to pay a goodwill for that premises. What about the equipment that are needed to start a bakery business? Now you need an oven. A good oven will cost you around 50,000 to actually 200,000. So consider the size and the quality that you need. The next thing that you need to do is buy some uniform. The area need to be clean. You need to be presentable for your customers to trust your product. The next thing that you need to budget for is the basic ingredients. With 12,000, you'll be able to buy your wheat flour, sugar, margarine, icing sugar, baking powder, eggs, and milk. You also need to buy a few utensils like baking pans and other miscellaneous utensils that you need to start your baking business. So what about scalability of a bakery business? It is highly scalable, and as I cited, you can get 2,000 to 10,000 per day. So once you succeed in one unit, you can start other units in different locations, and this is going to definitely make you rich. Now it's your turn. Go ahead and pick one of these business idea and start it today to change your financial life. If you got any value from this video, consider sharing it with one or two of your friends, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button as you hit that bell so that you can receive a notification when I publish the next video. Until next time, take care.